So running in fast, keep your eyes peeled now. The Black Cats have been a popular feature on the airshow circuit since 2001. When they were known as the Lynx pair, they went on and moved from there. They got support from the Royal Navy and Augusta-Westland. Now, of course, that is Leonardo helicopters. You can hear the mighty engine throbbing as they come running in at about 120 knots at 100 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Royal Naval Air Station, Yeovilton, the Black Cats. So at the controls today, we've got the aircraft Course Black 1, flown by Lieutenant Michael Vivian and Lieutenant Scotty Sunderland. And we'd like to give a huge welcome to Becca and little son Oscar, who are watching here today, the family of Scotty, and very much welcome you here. These boys, of course, giving up many weekends to go around and entertain the likes of us around the coastlines of Britain and over and above the call of duty. So thank you guys, and thank you Becca for making the effort to join us here today. Team adopted the Black Cats name some years ago, derived from the Lynx Wildcat of 702 Naval Air Squadron, the squadron badge, and also the naval slang of black catting, which is all about really not quite spoofing, but implying that you can do or have done something better than your chum. Black Cat's parent squadron is A25 Naval Air Squadron. It's part of the Wildcat Maritime Force based at Yeovilton, responsible for training all Wildcat pilots and observers and looking after all the flights on board the Royal Navy frigates and destroyers around the world. Of course, they vary different operations from much of the Army and the Royal Air Force by deploying individual flights to all these ships, and so they're dispersed all the time around the world. The aircraft itself is an Augusta-Westland 159 Wildcat, a combat helicopter, relatively new generation, with cutting-edge sensors and mission equipment. The Army has a slightly different variant of this. So in addition to the sensors it has on board and the addition of what was rated as the future anti-surface guided weapon, it also carries the Bartlett laser-guided rocket system from Thales, which entered service in 2021, and the Sea Venom, a guided anti-shipping missile produced by MBDA. So that aircraft capable of not only carefully seeking and searching out the enemy, but also packing quite a punch against them as well. So the two crew on board today, Viv and Scotty, both been on many deployments and tours from across the Middle East, supporting maritime security operations as well as force protection to the QE carrier, and was the first flight to deploy with the Bartlett missile. Scott has been operating the aircraft since 2017, spending his deployed time doing very different work, mainly in the Gulf of Oman and counter-narcotics operations, and also training as part of the maritime counter-terrorism flight. Both now pilot instructors on the operational conversion units, training the latest generation of Wildcat aircrew in the art of maritime strike. There we go, in this rearwards transmission, you know what's coming up next. A little nod from the crew. You know what to do, boys and girls, don't you? Once they give you that little nod there, do give them a big wave. great to see the Black Cats back in action again, and they're hoping very much to get that second aircraft back in later in the year as well. They've asked me to pass on their thanks to everyone that's helped support them through starting this season. It is their first weekend for many of us actually, and also huge thanks to their primary sponsors, Leonardo Helicopters and Breitling. And there we go, a consummate display, very, very well delivered. And of course these guys back to their normal training tomorrow morning. They don't get much time off. Busy, 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 the British military forces these days in all respects. I suspect the likes of you will only know half of the things they're doing around the world at the moment, and you can guess at one or two of them. But nonetheless, so you take our hats off to these guys and wish them the very best of luck in both the training and, of course, the operational output that they're required to produce. That's blade slap there coming from the increased pressure and performance of making a tighter turn. And they're giving us a rotor waggle as opposed to a wing waggle, as they say a farewell. Tootling off back to Old Naval Air Station, Yeovilton, to continue the good work they're doing there. And we do hope Scotty's family have enjoyed their really good day out here at the English Riviera Airshow, as many of you. Well, we're going to take a shortish break, around about 45 minutes now, where you can top up in your teas and coffees, maybe go.